It's Brian Terrian from the Disability Digest. You are about to listen to an interesting story experience from a member, Karen, who is the eighth person that I've met since I've been doing this work since 2006 that was brave enough to represent herself in court. And she actually won her case. She is the third person out of the eight that actually was successful. There's some key insights in here that will either encourage you to go forward and possibly consider doing this on your own, or will give you some real clear insight that no way do I want to do this. So I hope you find this valuable. At the end of the video, you can look below for additional resources to help you get your Social Security disability benefits approved. Thanks.
Hello.
Hello, this is Brian calling back. Is this Karen? It's Brian Terrian from the Disability Digest.
Imagine you would call me. How interesting.
Really?
Yes, I've been meaning to call you for a few days.
Oh, well, I knew that, actually. I've got that, what do they call that, ESPN? Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what did you call about?
I called because I was just reviewing some notes, and I was in hopes that you would have good news that you've been approved for your disability benefits.
I was approved.
Good for you. What a relief, yeah. I bet, huh?
Huh?
What a relief.
Well, yes and no.
Uh-oh.
So if I had been single, and there would have been no way for me to support myself for all this time, and the way the government does stuff, it just, it gripes me to death.
Well,
I mean, what do they expect people to do who something happens and they have no way of supporting themselves?
it is a sad state of affairs, but, you know, I just want to say this again. I am incredibly proud of you for getting approved on your own. The number of people that are able to do that are, I mean, it's slim to none. So let me see here. I think that was your hearing by phone?
Yes, much to my detriment, because if I showed up in person, it would be obvious that I am completely disabled.
Yeah, yeah. That's one of the disadvantages. They should do Zoom meetings. You know, like yeah. I have a conciliation court hearing this afternoon that's done by Zoom, which is different because you can get some type of you know, feel for it. I believe the reason why they don't do it is for security reasons. But so you are number 8 that I've met that has gone to court and represented themselves. And out of those 8, you are the 3rd person that I've met that has been able to successfully win their benefits. So.
Oh, well, I think that tells you.
You'll beat the odds. Yeah.
I'm persistent, and I try to do things in a way that I'm prepared. Mm-hmm. So,
mm-hmm. Right. So can I ask you a few questions
yeah.
about the hearing experience? And actually, as another layer on top of that, if you're okay with it, could I share your experience of going to court on your own as a point of encouragement to others that may want to do this?
Sure.
I'll keep your name totally anonymous for sure. So when you got ready for your hearing, did you prepare like an opening statement?
I did. I didn't know what to expect. And I pictured the way that it would have gone in court if I had a lawyer representing me. So I prepared a multi-page document, much like pretending that I was the attorney, and I didn't know how it would go. It did not go in any way the way that I pictured it. The judge started talking, and he paused. You could tell he's an older guy. And I said, how is this going to go with what I have to say? And he said, first, you don't interrupt when I'm talking. And I said there was a pause. I thought maybe it was my turn. And that's the way the whole conversation went.
Really?
I was as respectful as I could possibly be.
No curse words, no more interrupting.
And he told me that 3 or 4 times. Literally, there was, 30, 50-second pauses, and I'm thinking, okay, it must be that he wants me to say something. And he said, stop talking!
Oh, my God.
It was humiliating. It was disrespectful. It was, and he kept asking, and a lot of the questions, I just wanted to go, that's none of your business.
Mm-hmm.
Like he said, are you married? Yes, I'm married. Is your husband still working? Yes, he is working. How much money did he earn last year? And I'm like, that has nothing to do with my qualification for Social Security.
No, it doesn't.
I didn't say that, but that's where I wanted to say none ya. None your business. It's irrelevant.
When you started, sorry to interrupt, and speaking of interrupting, but did the judge say to you anything about your right to have an attorney, or do you want to reschedule?
Oh, he kept cramming that down my throat. He, at every pause, he's before we get this started, I want to tell you, I advise you to reschedule this hearing and hire an attorney. And I said, I feel like I've waited long enough and I'm well prepared for this.
Mm-hmm.
He did that constantly throughout the entire hearing. I will discontinue this right now, and you can get an attorney and come back. And I'm like, it's COVID. When will I ever get another chance? I may not live that long.
Mm-hmm.
I just kept nicely saying, well, I feel like I'm as prepared as I'm ever going to be, and I know my story better than a lawyer would.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, judges...
He did not like it that I didn't play by that game.
Right. I feel that judges, their job is easier when they have somebody that is interpreting the medical, the regulations, speaking their language, and they can use all the acronyms.
Right.
So when somebody comes in that doesn't have that, maybe that's why, Karen, he had to take some extra time and pause. So that's certainly a possibility. But
yeah, but I don't know about you, but I just turned 60. I've been conversing for a very long time,
mm-hmm.
and I've been in sales for all of my adult life. I understand a two-way conversation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm adept at it.
Right. Yeah, it's unfortunate that it's it's a component of the process. But anyway, well, I thank you for sharing those snippets.
Well, let me tell you the most fun part of it is we get to the end and he's got a what do you call
well,
the person who determines what
right.
kind of work you're eligible for?
A vocational expert.
Yes, yes. So they asked me questions about my job, and I said, here's what I can't make anybody understand. I own a business. If I could do a job, I'd be doing that job and earning my salary. I can't do my job, so I had to hire somebody to do my job, and they get my salary. This is not what I wanted it to be. Um, and so we go through all the questions, and, how long can you stand? How long can you walk? How much can you carry? And I'm like, I'm on oxygen 24/7. I haven't driven since November. I can't drive myself to a job. I can't walk into a job. I can sit at a computer for, 30, 40 minutes. Then I have to go recline because my legs are swollen. And I said, there's just, I just can't work. And so the nicest part of it was when the vocational guy, the judge said, Mr. So-and-so, could she have a job where she stands for 6 hours? No, Your Honor. Could she have a job where she stands for 2 hours and sits for 4 hours? No, Your Honor. This goes back and forth with different variations on that. And he said, is it your opinion that she could do any job at all? And he said, based on her lack of education and very specialized knowledge that she can't take anywhere, she just doesn't qualify to have a job.